Hi. So we're gonna make butter chicken. My butter chicken with, this is my first time with the Instant Pot. So we'll see how it goes. It's supposed to be easy and whatever. So apparently, to start off, we're just gonna hit the saute button. And basically we're just melting the ghee right now. We're gonna add the onions and saute that. And then also by sauteing before bringing up before bringing the pressure up, this is going to make things faster. So, okay, so that was about 2 minutes of preheating, and the ghee is now melted. We're going to add the onions really quick here. But before I do, I just want to mention that, the onions and the salt. The reason that I've decided to use this recipe to demo the Instant Pot is because, well, A, it's awesome. And B, the only thing about it is that it can take a little bit of time, especially when you're cooking a Costco-sized pack of chicken. So I thought this might be a nice experiment because it takes me probably close to an hour of simmering the chicken. But this one we're hoping is only going to take closer to like 8 minutes, so booyah. Alright, here we go. So here's the onions, and then we're going to add the salt, and then we'll let that saute. Let's take about 5 minutes or so to brown the onions. You can take a look now. It's going to start sticking to the bottom, that's okay. So you just want to mix as you're going. If it gets too sticky to the bottom, you want to add a little bit more ghee or coconut oil. So we're going to add the spices now. All except for the garam masala, which comes in at the end. So you're going to cook that up a bit. That's going to get sticky to the bottom as well. That's okay. That's a lot of steam. Can you even see that?
Yep.
Okay, and then we're going to add the tomato paste. And mix that up with the spices. Oh, that spins. Alright, and it's going to stick a little bit. So you want to add that tomato paste when the spices start to get a little fragrant. I might have done that a little bit quickly this time, but that's okay. And then, oh sorry, did I say the coconut milk? Yeah, I guess we do need that for the pressure cooking, right? Normally I would just add that at the end, but this time we're going to go ahead and give that liquid in there. Alright, so I pre-chopped the chicken, and that might be the most time-consuming thing of this whole process actually, because I did want it in bite-sized pieces. This is going to be used for a potluck function. If you were just to use the whole boneless, skinless chicken breast, or even with the bone and skin, then obviously that would make things a little bit faster for your prep, but then your cooking time might be just a little bit longer. Because it is just small pieces, then the cook time is going to be really quick compared to if you're using like a whole chicken. You can see it's got this little valve here, sealing versus venting. You want to have it on sealing so it'll come up with pressure. And you can see there's an open close here, so you just line that up. There you go. Alright, now it's going to start counting down.
No, it needs to come to pressure first.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and then once it gets to pressure, then it will start counting down. So obviously less in the pot. It's going to get to the appropriate heat to come to pressure faster. So the cook time isn't going to vary at all, but the time it takes to get to pressure might, depending on how big your batch is. You also, we didn't show it, but there's a maximum fill line inside. you don't want to overfill your pot, because then you get little bits and chunks coming out your vent hole, which can clog the pressure cooker, which can lead to problems, obviously. But we'll tell you exactly how long it took us to get to pressure, and then we'll start counting down 8 minutes cook time. Okay. So we've got 1 minute left on our Instant Pot. We had some issues with the trivet at the top.
A little snafu, yeah. So make sure when it's coming to pressure, then that the little silver deal here is actually poking up like it is, and not recessed inside.
We can't.
We weren't. Oh, okay. Yeah, we had an issue where I guess we didn't think it just wasn't.
I had cleaned it and taken it apart and not had the trivet seated correctly into the...
Yay.
It's ready. So you can let it naturally pressure release, or you can release the pressure manually.
By moving this little knobby to
Which
vent.
we also can't see.
And it's going to be loud.
Make sure that your cupboards are out of the way, as well as your face and your fingers, because it is steamy.
And now the little silver thing will go down, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boom, click. And now you can actually open it. And see things happening, or have happened. Oh yeah, so now is the time that we're gonna add the garam masala. And the reason that we added all the other spices originally and cooked them up is because it just makes them a little more strong. So by cooking the spices, that's a good thing. But by cooking the garam masala, if we'd done that, then it would be just too overpowering with that flavor. So we add it now. And mix her all in, and she's good to go at this point, basically. You can, I like cilantro, so I mix in some cilantro as well. But you can just use that as a topper if that's the way you prefer it. So I've got about a half a cup here that we just dunk in. Mix her up. It's really pretty while it's still nice and fresh, and then obviously it's gonna lose some of that color as it wilts. So it is nice to just top your dish with a little bit more, along with the slivered almonds, and that just gives it kind of a nice crunch texture as well. So there we are. We're good to go.